Hello, good afternoon children. Myself Shakira madam. Today I am going to teach 8th standard second language lesson number 7, and the name of the lesson is All the World Her Stage. This lesson is written by Sai Paranjpai. So let us have the introduction of this writer. Sai Paranjpai was born on March 19th, 1938. He is an Indian movie director and screenwriter. She is the director of the award-winning movies Sparsh, Katha, Chashme Baddur and Disha. She has written and directed many Marathi plays such as Jaswandi, Sakhi, Shijari and Albail. Look here children, the image of Sai Paranjpai. So this lesson is a short life sketch of Sai Paranjpai. Sai Paranjpai, a famous theatre personality from Pune, Maharashtra. She has also directed many television serials. She won the National Award for the Best Documentary with the Social Purpose. Her films are relevant even today. So here in this lesson you can find that Sai Paranjpai was a famous theatre personality and she was the native of Pune, which comes in Maharashtra. She has directed many television serials. As you watch the television serials, no children? In the same way, she was also a director of television serials. And for that, she won the National Award for the Best Documentary with a Social Purpose. And most of her serials are written for the improvement of society. Her films are relevant even today. Even many of her films today also they are relevant. It was a familiar sight to the resident of Pune. So it was the common sight for the people who were living in Pune. Residents means living habitats we can say, habitants we can say. A plump little girl of about 6 or 7 skipping along with an elderly gentleman. So what was the common picture, what was the common sight for them children? It was the scene that a plump means fat, round, we can say she was little plumpy. You might have heard this word, plump little girl she was. She may be of 6 or 7 years, and most of the time she was seen that she was skipping along with an elderly gentleman. Skipping, do you know children? Skipping, even you also sometimes play. She used to play skipping with an elderly gentleman. They laughed, talked, and had a great time. So these two, that is the gentleman and Sai Paranjpai, they both used to laugh, they used to talk, and in this way they had a great time. Much of the time they used to spend with each other. The little girl was Sai and the gentleman was a famous educationist and mathematician, Sir R.P. Paranjpai, India's first senior wrangler and Sai's grandfather. Appa. As they walked, Appa put simple mathematical questions. So here the little girl, who may be of 6 or 7 years, she was Sai, and the gentleman who was with her, she was a famous educationist and mathematician, and his name was Sir R.P. Paranjpai. And as this person was a first senior wrangler. Wrangler means a person who tops in maths examination from Cambridge University. And as they used to walk, The grandfather used to ask simple mathematical questions to the Sai and related fables to her, and some stories he used to ask to her. These included fairy tales, Arabian Nights, and Bible stories. And as the names of these stories are common and famous, children, and those stories, whichever he used to ask, those were related to these above stories. Sai naturally preferred the fairy tales to mathematical problems, and Sai was interested to tell fairy tales compared to mathematical problems. Tell me a story, Appa, Sai said one day as they set out. Set out, it is a phrase, children. As they were ready to go, while going, she asked to her grandfather, that is to Sir R.P. Paranjabai, to tell a story. No, said Appa grimly. Grimly means sadly. Sadly, the grandfather said, no, he cannot tell. Today, you tell me one. So, what he said? That day, he was not going to tell the story, but Sai must tell a story to him. And she did. It was a fairy tale, replete with dragons and princes. Then, when the grandfather said, Sai started telling the story, and that story was replete. Replete means full of dragons. So, what is a dragon, children? Dragon is a crocodile like big animals with wings, and this dragon is usually used in the Greek stories. So she started telling the story, which was full with dragons and princes, talking parrots and hidden gold. And the story had the characters of parrots who used to talk and about the hidden gold, that is the treasure. Sai completed her tale with. So now she told the story and they lived happily ever after. When her story was completed, they were happily they were going. Said Appa. Quite interesting. So means shocking. He was very shocked and he said the story which she told, it was very interesting. Where did you read it? Then, after listening that story, he was shocked and he asked where Sai had read that story. I didn't. I made it up, cried Sai. Then Sai said that she didn't read that story anywhere, but she had created that story on her own. Her grandfather was very much impressed. So after hearing the words of Sai, grandfather was very much impressed. He was very much affected by the story. That was perhaps her first flight of fancy. So that was the first sign of her imagination. Fancy means imagination. So Sai's grandfather felt that the girl in such a smaller age is so creative, so imaginative. And it was the beginning of a wonderful world of creativity. And the grandfather, whom she used to call as Appa, he felt that it was a wonderful sign of the creativity of that child, that is Sai. By the time she was just 8. So when she said that story, she was just 8 years old. She had published her first book of fairy tales called Mulancha Mera. Then she had composed her own stories and the name of that fairy story was Mulancha Mera. So Mulancha Mera, it is a Marathi phrase which means her favorite child or her dream child. Sai's love for books grew with her. So as she went on growing, as she became elder, her interest in the books increased. Books were revered object in the Paranjapai household. So in their family, books were very much respected. Revered means respected. One day, Sai stepped on a book by mistake as she rushed into the library. So when she was rushing, by that time, by mistake, she stamped on one of the book. Stop right there, ordered the grandfather. The grandfather ordered her to stop there. Sai froze. Freeze, V1 form, froze, V2 form, frozen, V3 form. Froze means actually she became cold. So here we can get the meaning that she was afraid. She was frightened by hearing the words of the grandfather. Do you know what you just did? Then the grandfather asked. By that time, what she had did, you kicked knowledge. That's what you did. Then he said that as she stamped, it was similar like kicking the knowledge. Now ask forgiveness of the book. Then he told her to ask excuse from the books. Sai bent meekly, then very mildly, very politely. Meekly means mildly, politely. She did namaskar to the book, means she bowed down and she showed namaskar to the book. The same punishment was given when he discovered any dog-eared book. The same punishment Sai used to get when she used to dog-eared books. So what is the meaning of dog-eared, children? Even in your childhood, sometimes you too do it. Dog-eared means folding the corner pages of the book as a mark, isn't it? Corners of pages are turned down. Turning down means making it folded. That is dog-eared. When she used to fold the pages of the notebooks, she used to get the same punishment. With this, Sai learned to respect feelings about books early in his life. So with this punishment, Sai from her young age, from her childhood itself, she learned to respect the book. Now read on silently. It was not fun for her always. She was a bit plump and her mates used to make fun of her. So whenever she used to do anything, that is running or walking, it was the fun for her friends. They used to laugh at her. You can't run with us, Sai, jeered Chandu. Then Chandu was one of the friend. He said that Sai cannot run. Jeering, jeered. So what is the meaning of the word jeered, children? Jeered means mocking at, laughing at, making fun of. You make our team weak. Then said Meera unkindly. Meera also used to say that when you will be in our team will become weak because being as a fat, you cannot walk. Never can you keep yourself active. So as you are fat, you are very inactive. You cannot run fast like us. You are too fat, added Divyani. And Divyani also said that Sai was too fat. Sai's face crumbled and she sat glumly by the sidelines watching her friends laugh and play happily. So then Sai's face crumbled. Crumbled, crumbled means very unhappy, very sad, very nervous, we can say. She was very nervous by hearing all the remarks of her friends. So she decided to sit on the sidelines and started watching the game. Soon her face brightened. Very soon she felt very happy. She cried out, "Ah, I know of a lovely game." And she said she knew a very beautiful, lovely, very nice game. It's a magic island full of hidden treasure. And she said that the game is of the magic island full of hidden treasure. The mates who were playing gathered around her to listen to her story. And as she started telling the story, all the people who were sitting there, they gathered to her to listen the story. In no time, she cast a spell of magic, and within a very short time, she started narrating the story, which attracted everyone. Cast a spell means the story which is said with a interesting. They not only listened to the fantastic story but were also ready to take roles and act as she directed. So, when she was telling the story, they did not just listen the story but they were interested to dramatize that story by taking each one of them one character, but were also ready to make roles and act as she directed. This went on. This was continued. Not for a day or two, but for the whole week. So the whole week she was telling the story. The whole week they were acting according to the story. Sai was always fascinated by many things. So she was attracted, she was enchanted by many things. Fascinated means enchanted, attracted. One of them was doll's wedding. So one such thing was doll's wedding. This is a traditional game played by Maharashtrian girls. So doll's wedding, it is one of the old game which usually Maharashtrian girls used to play. And even in your childhood also, you might have played it, children. Children conduct marriage of a bride doll and a groom doll. So what was that game, children? In that game, they arranged the marriage of a bride doll as well as of the groom doll. Mantras are chanted. So how in the actual marriage, mantras are chanted, are repeated in the same way that there also they used to do. Good, that is jaggery, and poha, that is beaten rice, poha is a olakki, are shared. They used to distribute to the all people. As a child, she said one day, Mummy, you never let me have any fun complainingly. So one day, she told to her mother that the mother will not allow her to enjoy anything. All right, you want a wedding? Then she said, do you want to play the game of a doll's wedding? Well, you will have one that you can never forget. Then she said, okay, I will arrange that one, and that game never in your life you can forget. On that day, when she came back from school, the whole house looked like a marriage hall. So when that particular day she returned from the school, the mother had arranged the whole house like a marriage hall. Before she could say anything, she was dressed like a bride's mother, and before she tells anything, she was made, that is, Sai was made as a bride's mother. The band arrived, as in the marriages you could see that musical band, it will be played, that also arrived. She had arranged that one also. The groom rode on a real steed. The groom was sitting and riding. Ride is a V1 form, rode is V2 form. He was sitting on the real horse. Steed means horse. All the children of the locality took part. So all the children she had invited, they also had taken part. The bride was brought with all religious chanting. So as the religious mantras were said and the bride was brought, the mother that day, so fond of drama, grew up to become one of the filmmakers and theatre personalities. She was so much affected with that role that she started showing the interest in the field of drama, and one day she became a filmmaker. She was the director and she was the theatre